Move on to our next guest now. It is the CEO and co-founder of the pioneering infant formula company Bobbie, which continues to shake up the industry. Within a year of its launch back in 2020, Bobbie became the fastest growing formula company in the last 5 decades. It is rare. It is very rare indeed. The company's direct-to-consumer model has fed more than 300,000 babies, including one of my 4. 300,000 babies and counting. They're not all mine. Last week, Bobbie announced it raised $70 million to acquire Nature's One, and that could more than triple the company's operations, also expand access to infant formula for families all across the country. So we're very happy to be joined now by CEO Laura Modi. She joins us first on CBS Mornings. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me back, guys.
Of course. Congratulations on all your growth. I'm happy to say that my youngest, Eloise, has also grown. She's no longer on formula. She's a big girl now. She gave me this bracelet over the weekend.
Gorgeous. The last time we saw a beautiful photo of her drinking Bobbie.
We were big fans of Bobbie. All right, so this new acquisition, you say it's not one of convenience but purpose.
That's right.
Explain that.
Look, we share the same DNA. And in many ways, our strengths are different. And it was so clear that combined, it could be stronger. And I don't want this acquisition to get lost in the significance of what this really means. I mean, truly, this acquisition is the biggest diversification move in the history of U.S. infant formula. And I'm humbled by that more than ever, given last year's shortage and the realization of just how concentrated this industry really is.
I mean, we had such a shortage. Infant formula out-of-stock rate climbed to a high of 74% back in May of 2022. But you say that we are still in a crisis here. How so?
That's right. The way I would look at it is there's really 2 different ways. There's the shortage and then there's the crisis. Last year, the Biden administration and everyone jumped in to solve for the shortage and to get us out of the shortage. They did Operation Fly Formula, where we were shipping in formula from overseas to get shelves stocked again. But the reality is, importing our way out of a crisis is not the permanent solution. Investing in domestic manufacturing to build resiliency is ultimately the long-term answer.
So made in America.
Made in America.
Now, the infant formula industry, you call it stagnant.
Correct.
And in need of a reset. Why did you phrase it like that? You know, because from the outside in, individuals that do not have babies anymore, we don't necessarily see it that way.
I mean, look, a few things. I think starting with the topic we talked about last time around nutritional standards. The last time the nutritional standards were updated meaningfully was in the 1980s. So essentially, the same formula that you yourself had as a child is probably the same formula that you're buying your own baby.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
And frankly, the same thing applies to even manufacturing. This facility that we have just purchased is the first newly built facility in 40 years from the ground up. 40 years.
Laura, I want to get to a key question here. Everybody wants the best nutrition for their baby. Money is a factor, though. Not everything is affordable. The New York Times did an analysis of organic baby formulas, of which Bobbie is one, and found that it was among the most expensive. I think it was $1.75, in fact, the most expensive per powdered ounce. Now that you're getting bigger, will you be able to pass on some savings, some efficiencies to customers who want this but can't access it?
Good question.
Great question. And look, any small company starting with the lack of scale, that's generally what you see. But that's what we get through being fully integrated. The opportunity to scale, become more affordable and accessible. This acquisition allows us to get to a place where we can serve 15% of the addressable market, and that scale will allow us to get more affordable prices.
Laura Modi, I know that's the key. More people having the access.
For sure.
Loving the green, I have to say.
It's a fly outfit.
Beautiful fly.
Looks
and the
really
shoes,
good.
look at those shoes.
The whole thing's working.
Gotta love it, Laura Modi. Thank you so much.